Hey, it's Levac from the Sean and Richie Show on today's Country, 107.7 GNA. Now, we're having a lot of issues. People are concerned that for some reason this year's Countryfest is not going to be as good as ones in the past because we're not standing in a field. But we are at the Times Union Center, and we're going to take it over. The Free Street Festival featuring Dustin Lynch is taking over all of Pearl Street. Then you go inside. Josh Thompson, Thompson Square, Joe Nichols, Eric Church, Countryfest 2012. I'm about to show you what makes it at the Times Union Center all the more unique and a lot more fun for a lot of us. One of the major concerns when we go from being outside and partying and enjoying Countryfest that way is beer. What am I going to do about my beer? I love beer. Are they going to have beer? This is the Times Union Center. There's beer everywhere. Each one of these places is going to have beer for you, and they're going to be good beer, cold beer. They're even going to have stands up and down the aisles. You realistically are going to have an easier time getting beer here than you've ever had getting beer anywhere in your life. So, of course, please be responsible. But aside from that, please bring me a beer as well when you get yours. Now, I have another thing I want to show you, something that you cannot get in any field. It's called a cushion seat. All right, now here's the cool thing for me. I love standing up. I love walking around. I love doing all that stuff. That's a lie. I don't really like moving at all. Cushion seats, buddy. Look at this. Welcome to 2012 where seats have cushions and everything. Now, I realize, when Joe Nichols, Eric Church are on stage, there's no way anybody's sitting down. But it's nice to have the option, right? Thompson Square is doing a little ballad. You sit down, you hold your cell phone up in the air, do that whole thing. You know what I mean? Josh Thompson singing. You just already danced too much. You need to take a seat. Get your bearings back right here. Another thing I really enjoyed is anybody who was at the Montgomery Gentry Countryfest knows how important that thing is up there. That's called a roof. So if weather does turn bad, we can come in here. The coolest thing too is, let's say you do want to go outside for a minute. You want to enjoy a smoke. Reentry all day long here at the Times Union Center for Countryfest 2012. I think what I'm most excited about at being at the Times Union Center this year for Countryfest 2012 is that I don't have to use the bathroom outside. They actually have these amazing things. They're porcelain and metal, and there's a bunch of them. And you know what else is really, really great about these things? It all goes away. It doesn't just sit in the bottom of a plastic box in the hot sun in the middle of a field all day. So later on, when I go to use the restroom, after a lot of you have been doing stuff in there I don't even want to talk about, I don't have to deal with it. It's gone. It's all left the area. We've got all kinds of bathrooms. This is just one corner of the whole facility. You see all these, and let me tell you something. When you do a show, guys, it never fails. The women invade the men's room. Not going to be an issue this year. I'll show you why right now. This is a foreign land to me. I've never been in here before. Shut up, Nick. It's true. Okay, once, but I did my time. If you'll notice, there's no urinals in this room. That's because this is the ladies' room. The ladies have their own bathroom here, all for you. You don't have to worry about men's poor aim or any of that fun stuff. It's your room. We don't come in here. And guess what else they have here that they don't have in Porta-Johns? Sinks. You can wash your hands. That's right, when you're eating later, your hands are clean. I mean, some of you will and some of you won't, but the option is there this year. Right. Now, a lot of people are concerned, and we mentioned this earlier, but I know the old rules at the TU Center, no re-entry. Well, we're GNA. We got, 20,000 rednecks, 30,000 rednecks coming to town? This doesn't apply to us on July 7th. We can come in, we can go out as much as we want, which means we're going to be able to enjoy, if you want to have a cigarette and go back inside, if you want to come out here to the street, if you turn and look, my friends, that is Pearl Street. We're going to get a closer look at this in just a second, but you can go out and join the street festival as much as you want. Come back in, enjoy the inside part as much as you want. You're in, you're out, no re-entry is gone. But just for Countryfest, because they know how important you are. All right, now the coolest thing about Countryfest 2012, in my opinion, is going to be the Free Street Festival. Dustin Lynch, Cowboys and Angels will be performing, a lot of local bands performing, and we're going to take over the entire Pearl Street area with vendors and beer tents. And of course, you got pizza places, you got Pagliacci's right here. It's the Times Union Center. It's in the middle of everything in downtown Albany, and we are going to invade. It's like Occupy Wall Street, but it's just a bunch of rednecks partying. It's an invasion. It's a redneck invasion. So simply put, it's going to be a great day at Countryfest 2012. We're going to have the Street Fest going on Pearl Street. We're going to have Dustin Lynch there doing Cowboys and Angels, a whole lot of local acts, food, beer, all that. Inside, Josh Thompson, Thompson Square, Joe Nichols, Eric Church, beer, food. Did I mention we have beer and food? We have beer and food. There's a roof in case the weather goes crazy. You don't have to stay inside. No re-entry is gone for that whole day. We've covered that, but I just wanted to say it one more time. Finally put, you just really don't have to be in the country to be a part of the country. Country music's a state of mind, not where you're standing at that moment in time. For full details on how you get your tickets and everything else, WGNA.com, and don't forget to listen to the Sean and Richie Show on today's Country 107.7 GNA.